Morning, everybody. So, I'm not going to tell you why I went to the courthouse because it's a secret. Eclipse and Eight of Swords. But it will come to light soon. There are moving parts that I need to make sure are in order so that nobody can trip me up. But the courthouse is part of it. So, with that being said, Seven of Cups on the split. That's interesting. Options, choices, opportunities. The Seed of Light. I think Eclipse again. Man, I just had an explosion. But we've got the Seed of Light, the Eclipse, and the Five of Cups that popped out most prominently. Grief, loss. There was a man there at the courthouse who came in at the same time as me. We went through the metal detector right after each other. And he was just overcome with loss and grief. I didn't know him, but I felt him. And I filled out my paperwork just a little bit earlier than he did. You know, we were right in line next to each other. And he came over to my table and borrowed a clipboard. But he saw me pulling cards while I was doing my thing. And somehow, I'm not really sure why, but him seeing me pulling cards affected him. I'm not entirely sure why, how, what the interaction actually changed for him, because we didn't speak. We didn't talk, but there was an energy exchange. Three of Swords. I'm not sure if he noticed that I could feel what he was going through or what. Queen of Swords. But the man had been through it, and I think that divorce was the last thing that he had wanted. But he had hit his limit. He was done. There was nothing left. And pulling cards somehow ignited something, a spark. A memory, maybe? Somebody else that did tarot. An affirmation that he was making the right decision somehow. But either way, he left there more confident that he had made the right choice. He left sure that he was not holding on to the past. And I think on my confirmation card this morning that I should go to the courthouse today, I got the ripple, I got the portal, and I think that's what I was there to do. Not just to deal with my own things, because, you know, what I've got going on is important, and I need to make it happen, and I need to protect what I'm doing here. But that ripple, every time I get this card, it's not a yes or a no. It's an indicator that there is a string of fate involved in the scenario. And I might never see that man again. But I do think that just by being in his life for that 30-minute period today, I helped change something. That's what we're here to do. We don't have to run around and participate in every charity event that we can find. We don't have to run around giving away free readings or giving away resources. By living in our authentic selves and doing what we need to do for us and our growth, our ripple creates change in others. And I think that is the point of this message. There's a seed of light in that man, and we're not sure what that'll grow into. We may never even see what it blossoms into, but what we know is that we watered it today. Temperance. The spirit of transformation. Malik. Firebird. You know, like I've given it so many names over the course of this journey. Blue car. Hierophant. But at the end of the day, it's the energy. the energy of transformation. It started with the Phoenix, the Lindsey Sterling song that I gave to myself, pouring into myself instead of pouring into somebody else. That's what this is. Our ripple doesn't require us to go out of our way. Divine Masculine. The masculines may be deep in thought right now, contemplating their next actions. Six of Wands, lining up with the eclipse and the seed of light. But every time we pour into ourselves, we pour energy into the collective, we inspire growth in others, and we get closer and closer to that reunion and celebration. Union with ourselves, union with our counterparts or twin flames or whatever, whoever your person is. Focus on yourself. Do not get lost in grief and hurt. And one of the things that I was trying to communicate yesterday, but I ended up deleting the video, was that it's not all about ego. A lot of the readers that started stirring bullshit, it's not just ego. It's not just greed. There's pain there. There's rage, anger. And they are used to turning it on others. Seven of Pentacles, in order to feel powerful within themselves. So, I ask, is that how you want your ripple to expand? A ripple of anger and pain and resentment and ego? Or do you want your ripple to be because you are living in your truth, your authenticity, your light, every facet of yourself, your darkness too, but not remaining trapped in it, using it as fuel to transmute, not project. The Ace of Wands lined up with the ripple and the Four of Pentacles, releasing that pain, turning it into power, not using it as power. Towers are not supposed to be the state that you land in. They are transitory. Temperance and the ripple lined up with the Tower, and the Nine of Cups lined up with Temperance and the blue car. The wish fulfillment is in rising above that pain, using it as fuel to leave the scenario that caused it, to leave that pain in the past. Page of Swords. It's not just ego that Spirit will try and take us out of. It's how we deal with these things. It's easy to fall into the victim mindset when you have been victimized. But true strength is in not considering yourself a victim. True power is in not getting lost in those emotions, not reliving them over and over and over again, because that's what's happening. You're reliving your pain and your anger, and you're calling it retribution, but it's still in your field. You're not transmuting it. And this isn't for everybody. Not everybody is experiencing these things. Ace of Pentacles. But we have an opportunity for a new beginning, where we don't have to fight for our life all the time, where we stand ready to defend ourselves and our peace and our passions, but we don't live in that energy. Thanks for watching, everybody.